What up, guys? We are back and we are live. We are doing another episode of What's Your Grails. I'm your host, Tony Sanders. And with me tonight, the man himself, the boy who had 7.
What's going on? What's going on?
We are doing... So, so everybody knows, everybody has their own opinion of Grails. Everybody has their own different options of Grails. And, some may differ, man. Some people might think one, like ASM 300 is not a Grail. Some people might think it is a Grail. It just depends on the person that you're talking to. Like me, I'm not a real big, I know Spider-Man 129 is considered a Grail, but especially if you're a Punisher fan, that's a Grail, so it's a Grail. But I'm not a Punisher. I'm not really a Punisher fan. So, to me, it's like it'd be like a book in my collection that I would have. That I would probably use, like to quote who that, to trade up for something that I would want though.
Yeah, I saw that last week.
And let me give a shout out to a few people. We got Baked Snake, one of my moderators. Comic Books NYC, what is up? Sasquatch 210, what is going on? Jeffrey, as always, Comic Con. Perry Comics, Comic Book Brother, and then we got Marvel Joe. Wingnut as well. Wingnut, he's cool.
What's going on, guys? What's up, everyone?
So and Ed D. What's up, Ed D? So now your Grails are probably different than most people's, and like your Christmas stuff was sick because you got like I will steal that from Bill. Sick. Because you got a bunch of cool stuff from your wife, and like we've seen, like you did them every day. And shouts out to Comic Geek McD for his girl and him pulling that off and giving you the inspiration to do that, because that was kind of cool. I liked it.
Yep.
So, what is like your Grail of Grails, like your Holy Grail?
Man, so you want to talk attainable Holy Grails, or you want to talk just Holy Grail overall, man? Because
Holy Grail overall, what is your like top dog? Like,
it's probably gonna be the same as everybody's. I'm Action Comics #1.
Oh yeah.
Deck 27. I mean, one of these days, if I got the money, man, those will be mine. But that's the problem, right? Getting that money.
Yeah, that is always the deal. That's you got to come up with that somehow. That's it. But I'll take it. Speaking of who that, he's in the chat. And who that, if y'all miss who that's videos on the Grails, go back and watch those, because he gives some good knowledge on that. And if you missed the episode where he was on Grails, What's Your Grails, watch that, because he dropped some knowledge in that too. Now you are doing something really cool, I think, and that is you're doing these mystery boxes to obtain Grails that you want, and those boxes are pretty legit. I mean, I've seen a lot of them opened up, and they're legit. So can you give us a little insight on that?
Yeah, man. So over the last 3 years or 4 years now that I got back into collecting, I've just gathered a lot of good stuff, man. And it started taking up a lot of space. And the wife's like, hey, you know what? With all 7 of the kids and you and me, we're running out of room, bro. So I started trying to think, how am I going to consolidate this? Because I get a bunch of books weekly. I'm talking 10 to 15 books a week that I'm picking up. And so I started cutting down on that. And that's what? It saved some money. But then I started thinking, what am I doing? I'm grabbing here, I'm grabbing there. I'm not really specific to anything. And then I decided, you know what? I got to go over books that I want, Grails that mean something to me. And I've got to start consolidating and being more specific in how I collect. So I thought, okay, I could sell all these books one at a time, and that's going to take me forever. So,
and plus the eBay fees and all that stuff. Yeah,
it's killer. And I tried on Instagram at first to throw some books out there, and see what people would do. And I got one sale, man. And so I sold a few here in town off of OfferUp or Craigslist or whatever. And, it just was taking forever. And I thought, I've got so much stuff that's good that would actually make people happy if they spent their money on it. I want to kind of change things up in the way mystery boxes go, Yeah.
And you pretty much did, because from the videos I've seen people open up, man, they've got some stuff. I know Thanatos, he had got what was it? Avengers 87.
Yep.
87 out of his box, and Big Lion Cat got the one that if I was gonna buy one, that's the one I wanted. The one Big Lion Cat got.
Yep, Moon Knight, right?
Yeah, because my son's a Moon Knight fan, so I was just like, oh, that just threw me out the hunt.
There it goes. There it goes.
So
yeah, I got a message today from one of my Instagram friends, and he's like, "Man, why are you telling people what's being sold? You're throwing people off, man. People see that one book go, and they don't want to try it anymore, you know."
Yeah.
But
that's the point of it, though. There might still be a book or a Grail that somebody wants in that collection, or a key that somebody wants, and they'll still buy it, you know. And that's like, you know, I understand your game plan on that one. That's cool.
Yeah, man. I got to get people excited. I've jumped on these boxes before myself, paid $100 a box, got the contents, and I was like, what did I do? You know, this is horrible. And then you see the guy selling them, they take 2-3 months to sell them all, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
In 3 weeks, I've got 30 boxes left. So it's going well, man. But I really wanted people to see like the quality in most of these boxes is going to be something you'll be happy with.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I've gotten some bad feedback, man. I've had a few people like, bro, you messed me up, man, you know, and I feel horrible.
Well, that's in anything, though. You know, there's always going to be some unsatisfied people in anything that you do, whether it be business, YouTube, anything that you do, man. There's going to be a negative, like, you know, somebody's going to have a negative thing to say about it or do about it. But
that's true.
That's all in the game plan. So it's always, you know, stuff that we deal with. So do you got any books that you want to show that you consider your grails? Like,
yeah, man. So I kind of sectioned it off based on my favorite cover Grail.
Okay.
My personal favorite Grails, as in like characters, what characters I love that I grew up with.
Okay. I'm speaking of cover Grails. All right. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
That's cool. Go for it.
But I wanted to show this cover Grail. This is the cover, like, and this I'm gonna let you coin that term because you just came up with that. I had never heard that, but the cover Grail for me right now, and I was going to show this book anyway, but since you brought it up, and I always loved this cover, and like I had, like when I bought the book, I had it, went ahead and got it slabbed, and I can blame Thanatos for some of this as well, because he kind of turned me into a low-key Green Lantern fan, and like this, when I seen this cover, man, that one is just like, it stands out to me all the time, and it's a newsstand right there. But it's just like that one right there. It's number 49, and it's I mean, just the crazy look on his face when he does that. It's just gorgeous, cool for me. And I was lucky to get it in a 9.6. So I was hoping for a 9.8, but I could probably get a 9.8 out of it. I don't know if I crack it open and press it, but I mean, really, it doesn't go for much. But it's just to have it, like I have it to look at, because I like how Hal Jordan looked crazy in that. So that's like one of my personal cover Grails.
Bro, he looks nuts there, man.
I know.
So like when I got back into collecting in 2015, I don't know if you probably can relate, but sometimes we get this like fever. I gotta have everything, you know?
Yeah. Oh, dude, my wife was like, cool it. You know, you see all this all came from 28. This is all 2018. All up on here. This is 2018.
I love it. Yeah, so you understand the fever, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm walking into a store. I've got a little bit of money to spend, so I'm excited. I got that fever, and then I see this book, not this specific one, but I see this cover, and I remember it from when I was young, and it just caught my heart, man. And I'm like, I have to own that book. And so I found this one real good 3 years ago, and this is just one of my all-time favorite covers, man.
Oh yeah. So, I see that Stan Lee signature on there.
That's right, man. New Mutants. Inhumans. Fantastic for 45. I love the blue. I love the color, man.
You got that in a 9.0. That's and signed by Stan. Yeah. And that book was hot. And then like that show came out, and oh man,
and it killed it.
Killed it.
Yeah, man. I've got 2 copies of these. I'm going to send my second one off to CGC next week in the mail. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just one of my favorite covers ever. And
is it double sign?
Yeah, Joe Sinat as well.
Oh, okay. That is cool. And you got Joseph and Stan Lee on there. That's cool.
Yep.
And a 9.0.
Yep.
I mean, like, hopefully they'll I don't know, they try to kill him off anyway. I don't know. Because once they got the licensing back from, yep. Well, they're getting them back, the X-Men and stuff. They're like, well, since we're getting and that's how I felt about it. Like, it was like once they got, because before they were like trying to kill off the X-Men and, the Fantastic Four, and because they had the Inhumans, they're like, oh, we'll promote them. And then they started to get that deal with Disney, and then they were like, okay, well, let's kill off the Inhumans, and we'll get back the X-Men and Fantastic Four.
I mean, Medusa, Black Bolt, those are two great characters that you can introduce sometime, maybe in a future Fantastic Four movie or something,
Oh, yeah. They could do, like, the moon, like, all that stuff, the
Heck
blue
yeah,
moon.
man. Heck yeah.
And that's just, like, that's like stuff that they could do, but like I don't know, man. They should like the TV show. I thought would be better than what it was, and it was like I couldn't get through like the first 2 episodes. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, man. I'm a huge Inhuman fan, obviously, and I couldn't get through the second episode. I just gave it up. I'm like, all right, I'm done. This is ridiculous, man. So killed it for me, man. Broke my heart, but what can you do?
Now this one, I'm gonna show this one here, and a lot of people have this in their collection, and I got it because I'll be hunting and we'd be getting on the show doing the hunt, and and Jeffrey, bro, Jeffrey's turned me low, like into like a kind of a Incredible Hulk key, and like right now I got to deal with Jeffrey. We're looking for a Hulk 102, and I'm probably gonna. I don't want to spoil it for him, but I'm more than likely gonna buy one, but I'm gonna send it to Jeffrey. It's gonna be ours, but I'm sending it to Jeffrey. And I'm probably gonna get a slab first before I send it to him. So, but then I was like, no, he'll probably want to read it first. So I'll probably let him read it first, and then have him send it back to me so I can slab it and then send it back to him.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So this one right here is like it's a Incredible Hulk. 340, and yeah, I got this for like a steal. I got it in a lot. It was like a lot on eBay, and and when I showed Jeffrey what I paid for it, and Jeffrey was like, "No way!" I was like, "I didn't think they were going to send anything to me." I was like, "I thought I was just paid, and they weren't going to send it to me." And they sent a bulk of Hulk books like that. It was like probably like 30 of them. I don't know, but it was like, but this was in there, and then they had 377 too. It was in there. So this is like this is like considered like I guess like a Hulk Grail or Wolverine Grail. I don't know. Like to me, it's like people love this cover, so like a lot of people have it in their collection. So it's kind of like a minor Grail, I guess, as you would call it. Like a minor Grail because people attain to get this.
Oh yeah, man! I don't have that book, and I want that book. So that's a McFarlane.
Yeah, McFarlane cover. Yeah.
Sexy book, man.
So couple quick more shout outs. We got Jason P. Budget Collecting, Comic Geek McD. I don't even know what time it is over there, but Comic Geek, man, I give him props because he stays up and watches all kinds of stuff that we do. And we got Berknasty54 Comics, D Runt Comics in the chat. I've seen a few other people. Let me see if I can find them in here.
Jason P. What's up,
Jason? Splash Page, yeah. Jason P. Splash Page. I gotta give him a shout out. And Discovery Bay. Discovery Bay kills it on information on this in this community. Give that guy a big shout. And his channel done jumped crazy high because I looked at it today. I was like, I remember he had hit 100, and then it was like all of a sudden he just like it was like at I think I want to say I can't remember. It's way up there though. It's like 3-2 or something like that. 3 or 200.
Yeah, it's 3 something now.
Yeah. Big Will, what's up, Big Will? Oh, Erod 212. Hey, Erod, yo. We want to get you on one of the shows, man. Like either to slab or not to slab, or the hunt. But I really want to get him on the hunt, or either one, because Erod, man, that's the master presser, boy. He can eyeball some stuff and tell you. So that'd be cool to get him on both shows if I can get him on both shows. But I definitely want to get him on something.
That's cool, man.
So
check out the time for Comic Geek McD.
What do you say? Yeah,
314, brother.
See, that's man. He's legit. Like I love that dude, man.
I love him too. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it, man.
So, you got another book that you want to show?
Yeah, bro. So I was thinking, you brought up Hulk.
Yeah.
So I got to bring out my Hulk, man.
Oh, yours is gonna put mine to shame, I bet.
No. I picked this one up last year, and
yeah, that's my to shame.
Hey, you said bring out the Grails, man. I had to bring out the Grails.
That is, yeah, that Grail right there. Jeffrey is wanting to get one of them, so I can see that. Yeah.
Here's the thing with this book: like, there's so many out there, you can find them, but the thing is, they just keep creeping up and creeping up. And I said last year, Wolverine's one of my favorite characters ever. Love the Hulk too. Like, I just gotta have that book, you know, before it gets crazy expensive.
And it's still going up, man. It is getting crazy. Quick shout out to my boy Tech 31 Kid. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, it's going crazy, man. Because like, I keep looking at it and I'm like, man, I don't know what's up if I'm gonna be able to get one myself. But it's like, you know, I'm always on the hunt looking for deals. So you know me. Heck
yeah, man. And I got it last year. And already I was looking on the prices on eBay, the sold page, and it's up 1,500 from what I spent, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I'm glad I jumped on it because crazy expensive.
And it's like when you get, when you spend money like on books like that, and it's like, you sit there and like, you're like, did I just blow this money? And like, and you think about it, you know, like, was this a good idea? You know, and it's like,
what's my wife gonna say?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's my wife gonna say? Yeah, because like when I bought the my giant size X-Men, like when I bought it, I was like, man, it's only a 2.0. I don't even think I should buy it. I should wait. And then like since the time that I bought it till now, it's doubled in price.
Yeah,
so it's like,
man.
Okay, I guess that's cool. So I could.
That's what drives us, man. Is because we're like, if I don't get it today, this book may be out of my reach tomorrow, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like that buyer.
Shout out to Gomez, the comic collector. What's up, broski?
What's up, Gomez?
And yeah, so like that's like they were doing the auction last night, and I almost jumped in because they were selling the Detective 880. That's a modern Grail. And dude, I was like, man, I should jump in on this. And I was like, then I'm sitting there, like the back of my head, I can hear my wife, well, you spent money on what? Detective? You can detect your butt outside. It's in the car. And I was like, nope, better not do that then.
I'm lucky my wife got me that one for Christmas, man. So I got that one checked off the list, you know?
Oh, that is cool. So here's another since we're talking about Wolverine, this is another like people, like I'd say like a little key modern, like not modern, but like a little Grail that people like to have in their collection. And shout out to Gills 311 if you haven't talked to Gills.
Love that dude. He sold me a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he had a crazy collection this year, and it was just like I got this from him. And Wolverine #1.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people like this cover or like have it graded or try to get. And it's not like some people get the whole set, but like a lot of people just want this one, and that's all I wanted was this one. I think I've got a chance to get the whole set, but I just like, no, let me get this one. And Gills was like, he was like, yeah, this is either a 9.6 or a 9.8. He was like, but I can give you one that's going to be a guaranteed 9.8. And I was like, it was 9.6. I don't care. Just give it to me. I just want the cover.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. After he got that haul, I texted him. I'm like, bro, you need to send me some of those books. He's like, sure. Well, how much you willing to spend?
Splash page, you code. Splash page said, get rid of the wife and you don't have to worry about it.
Oh man! Oh heck no, man! She hooks me up too good.
Yeah. When mine's not mad at me, she's all right. So it's
there you go, bro.
And here's another quick little, and I guess it's like if the movie does well, it's like a little like spec, but you know you have to have it anyway. But it's a little speculation. And I don't do like a lot of speculation, but like I like to be ahead of the curve. So if the movie does well, which it seems like it might do, Shazam,
yes, sir.
Yeah, so this will be eventually might be like a little Grail that people will be looking to get because if the movie does well, Billy Batson and shout outs to the great legend because boy he got that whiz. You seen his collect? You see the first episode he had that wild books. I was like, man.
You know, I was watching him like last week or something, and he was talking about some of the books that he sold, and he was showing, talking about some of the books he owns and the grades. And I'm like, man, it's because you got him 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, Sheesh.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like I'm late to the dance, and I'm trying to play catch up, and it's like, yo, it's like you got to keep it to a point where it's like you got to decide like what you're gonna go for and what you're gonna get. That's like when I bought the because I had made that list, and for 2019 I made my list, and I was like, man, I really want that, and I'd always been eyeing that Steve Ditko Amazing Spider-Man 33, and I love that cover, and it's gorgeous. Like, and I'd always eyed it, and I was like, man, like I always wanted it. And then like the day I placed the order for that, like the dude, I was talking to the guy, and it was just like crazy back and forth with him, and then like he was like, yeah, I'll send you the book, and I bought it, and like the dude was in Arizona, I'm in Oklahoma. And it's a crazy story because the book went to LA.
What?
Yeah, went to LA first. And I'm like, why is it in LA? I messaged the dude. I was like, did you send it to the right place? He was like, yeah, Oklahoma. And he looked on the thing, the tracking thing, and he was like, why is it in LA? And so then, like, I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's just going out there and it's going to come back this way, you know? And then so instead of going to Oklahoma, it went to Massachusetts.
What?
Yes.
The book wanted a little United States tour, huh?
Yeah. So I went to Massachusetts, then New Jersey, and then ended up back here in Oklahoma, and I finally got it. It was supposed to be on like an episode of The Hunt, and then the slab or not slab, but I never got to do it. And then the last slab or not slab, I'd already sent it off to CGC to get it graded because I was ready for it to get graded. I was like, I can't wait. Sorry, y'all, or else I would be showing that book right now. But I didn't sell it, but I sent it off to CGC. And that was like one of my on the list. And then the other book that I had on my list was the actual, and I'll show this. I'll keep showing it too. I don't care.
Yeah, do it.
It's the black and white variant. Ain't nobody got one. Courtesy of Alex the Comic Hoarder. It's sun bleached. I don't care, but like, dude.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's still a cool book, and I like it. And it's like it was on my list for 2019, and for the price I paid for it, I couldn't beat it. And once I get it graded, I can probably just like turn around and upgrade it if I wanted to. But the fact that that it came from somebody in the community is what what makes it special to me. Yeah, man.
Yeah, especially Alex. He's a great dude.
Even though it's like bleached though, but look at the colors in the book though. It's like,
still.
Yeah, and it's like it still pops off, and so it's like, man. I'm not really upset. Whenever I bought it, I was like, because when you get stuff from Alex the Comic Hoarder, you're getting something that's good, or at least worth the money that you're going to pay for it. So I don't really complain about that. But this is like one of my grails right here. This was a grail for me. So
heck yeah,
to have that, because I got giant size X-Men, and then I got like what is it? I got a bunch of, and I wanted the Jim Lee, like his first work in X-Men. I got that signed by him, so I was glad to get that. And then I got a Chris Claremont signed Days of Future Past, where Wolverine dies on the cover. I got that, and those are all stuff that to me was like, as a collector of X-Men, was like grails for me. Like, and I'm not done, because like on that 2019 list is X-Men #1, so I want to hunt that down and try to make a deal to get one of those.
I heard last week, man, you really want that one bad. Well, let me show you 2 X-Men books since we're on X-Men then. Yeah. That works for you. So love me some X-Men, man. I grew up watching that animated series. I always hear that music in my head. So here's one of them. It's my giant size X-Men.
Oh yeah, I love that cover, man. Always a good cover. Always a good cover.
And this is second appearance of Wolverine?
Yeah. Well, they say it's the second. Shout outs to Bucha, my boy, and Splash Page. I'm in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
How's that picture, guys? NYC saying it's not working too well.
Yeah, kind of breaking up a little bit.
Am I?
Finger in there.
Can you see me here on this side?
Yeah, okay. Wait, it's breaking. Let me see. Hold on. Say something, because we can't really see.
Hey, can you hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
See me at all? Is it working, Tony?
Ah, it's like okay, it's kind of like breaking back and forth. Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
Let me do this. I'm gonna turn this off. Hey, I'm live.
Hello.
It's just messing up here. How about now?
Yeah, I see you now. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're all right.
So, were you able to see the giant size?
Show it one more time for everybody.
Yeah, man. Let me show that again. So, this is my giant size. I think NYC was saying it got stuck on there. So
9.2, boy. That's what I'm. Boy, oof. I don't even want to know the value of that one, but that's nice.
I love it. I love it. But let me show you my probably my favorite book in my collection.
It's gonna hurt.
You know, we're on the X-Men, so I need to show this bad boy right here.
Yep, that's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
I'm looking for that.
So it's CBCS, and it definitely has not been pressed or cleaned. And I went and looked at the notes, and there's a lot of stuff that can be pressed out, man. So I'm thinking about doing that crossover service with CGC.
Yeah,
and sending it in, man, to see what we can get.
Oh, that's cool, man. Heck yeah, I gotta give me one of those. Shout out to my boy Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Alex, I've been showing this book off every show I got. So you have a happy customer. Bueller even wanted this book. Me and Bueller were cracking jokes about it because Bueller wanted this book, and I beat him to the punch. So
I remember seeing Alex selling that, man. I think he had it on some of his shows, and then he put it on Instagram, and then you picked it up.
Oh yeah, as soon as I seen it, I was like, I seen the price, and I was like,
mine.
I messaged him like somebody had said something in a different language in the first message, and I was like, I don't know what that guy's saying, but this is in English, and I'm saying this. Let me get this right now.
Heck yeah, man.
So yeah, that's one of my grails that you got, that X-Men #1. I'll be working on that. So Lord willing, and the wife willing, I'll be able to get one of those.
Bro, I don't know if you guys do this, but I got a steal on that book. You know how much I paid for that? And I usually don't talk about it, but it's just when I found it, it blew me away, man.
What?
I paid $2,700 for that book.
Man.
Like 6 months ago.
Dude, I remember because I remember you posted on Instagram and you tagged me. And you tagged me, and I was like, I don't got that. I got giant size X-Men.
Bro, this is what I did. I don't know if people do this, but I get on eBay, and sometimes I'll switch to the different countries.
Oh, really?
Sites. Yeah, man. So, like, I went to the UK eBay site, and this book wasn't on the USA eBay site. And this guy's like, hey, man, I need to just get rid of this book, and I got to sell it quick. So I sent him a message and said, he was, like, asking for 36, and I was like, hey, I could pay 27. And he's like, sold, it's yours. So I kind of freaked out because I'm like, that was way too easy.
Yeah, see?
You know?
But like that goes back to like it's always good to message the person selling it or whatever, and you never know, you can work out a deal or get something better or and like everybody on eBay that I try to buy something from, I message them and I talk to them like, hey, like will you take this, or if I can't work a deal with them, then I'll just buy it straight up, and then like I'll just be like, hey, I'm ready for my book.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Today I'm hunting 2 books today, man, and all day I sent messages to like 4 or 5 people. Some people got all ticked off at me, man. They're like, hey, you're disrespecting me. And it's like, no, I'm not. If someone comes into a comic shop, they're gonna say, hey, will you take this? Yes or no. It's that simple,
Yeah. It's like I'm just throwing out, my offer. If you don't bite on the bone, you don't have to take it,
Exactly.
And speaking of Alex the Comic Hoarder, I also got this from Alex the Comic Hoarder. And if you are an X-Men fan and a Gambit fan, this is one of those grails that people want right there.
Yeah.
266. Alex, as you can tell, I'm a firm believer in buying from Alex the Comic Hoarder. So this is 266. I haven't got it graded yet. I've still been holding on to it. I need to get it graded. I need to have it cleaned and pressed and send it off. and I'm not really, I'm not real big on grades or whatever. I just like to have the book encapsulated, and that's what my whole thing is.
Nice.
Respect them, but yeah, like a lot of Gambit fans, like they, crave that book, and it was like I got it for a deal from Alex, so I,
yeah,
if
man.
If y'all have never checked out Alex Comic Quarters auctions, go do it because that dude does some cool deals, and if you talk to him, he does some cool stuff too.
You know what, man? When I first got started doing this, Alex was like one of the big guys that shouted me out, and I remember like running to my wife and be like, "Hey, this guy with like 1,000 subscribers just shouted me out," And I always appreciate him him for that, because I actually, after he did that, I got like 30 subs right then and there, on one of his shows. So I was like, awesome, love that guy.
Heck yeah. Oh, Jeffrey, you just got a 266. Now I know what you got for the hunt.
Yeah.
He just told on himself, I just got a 266. Yeah, I don't want to see it on the hunt because I'm gonna call you out.
I already know about it. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
And so, and Jeffrey, I just ordered my yellow cover, so hopefully it'll make it to the hunt and don't go to like LA and Massachusetts and just comes right to me.
New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey. So this one right here, man, this book that I'm about to show, I think I've shown it. I don't know if I've ever shown it on camera or not. I know I posted it on Instagram, and I got this from CW Comic Sales, and Reggie, IFBB Pro.
Yeah,
he hooked me up on this dude and told me, hey, you need to go. He's got some stuff you might like, and shouts out to Reggie because he does some cool stuff too. And this one to me was like, a no-brainer for me. I mean, it's probably like a 1.5 to a 1.8, but it's I always call it the Civil War before the Civil War, and it's Tales of Suspense.
Ooh.
58, Cap versus Iron Man.
I haven't seen you show that one. That's gorgeous, man.
And it's like it's so well. It presents so well, and it's like I don't know. I'm just like I've took it out and looked at it a few times, but like I don't like to take it out. But
yep, keep it pristine, right?
Yeah, I want to get this graded eventually, and it's just like one of those cool books. And speaking of grading, I sent off 2 books to was EGS grading services, and it should be on their way back, and I'll be doing a live unboxing of that and reviewing their grading service. I've talked to Tony Trombetta, the president. He's a pretty cool dude. He likes what I do, and I like what he's doing. So I sent off my Alpha Flight 51 signed by Jim Lee to get the signature authenticated.
Nice.
Because I didn't want to wait 6 months to 7 months or however long it takes for CBCS.
Yeah, man.
And they are actually doing a deal where, like, when they do their authenticating, it's a gold label. So
nice.
So
that's that new company that has to do with one of the YouTubers in the community, right?
Yes. And so I'm giving him a shout out because I'm gonna do an actual live unboxing and a discussion about his service, and for me, man, I'm never gonna knock anybody's hustle, dude. If you're gonna start your own company and business, kudos, dude. Kudos.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. You know what? I think it was Reggie's video, the one that talked all about that.
Yeah. Because him and Reggie were talking, and then he messaged Whale, and then he messaged me, and then like I was like, okay, well, and I was like kind of hesitant at first, and then like Whale was like, well, I sent him some books, and Reggie said he sent him some books, and I was like, okay, well, I'll send him some books, and I was like, I asked Whale, I was like, well, what did you send? And he said he sent these 2 books, and I was like, did you send anything signed? He was like, no. I was like, well, I'm gonna send something signed to get it authenticated, just to see, what it looks like, what the case looks like, how.
That's cool, man.
So just to test the waters on it. But yeah, EGS, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna have to get with you after the show so I get some more info, because if it's someone in the community, I gotta support that, so send a book out too,
Yeah, that's what I did. I was like, I had to, have to support the community, man.
Heck
so
yeah.
This one, it's not really a Grail, but it's gonna be for me because like I've always been a fan of Nightwing, and I'm getting this signed at C2E2, so
nice.
This is gonna get signed right there.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, I love that book.
I gotta get that signed by George Perez himself since he's retiring from the business.
Yeah, you need that stick.
Yeah, I'm getting that signature on this. And then like I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not for sure. Let me show you this book back here.
Yeah, do it, bro.
Hold
I wish I could see the chat, guys, but I had to turn my other computer off because it was messing with the Wi-Fi, I think so.
Yeah, thank you, Comic Books NYC, for putting their link up in the description or link in the chat. Sorry, but this is already signed by Marv Wolfman, and it's Teen Titans #1.
Oh, heck yeah!
And a 9.0, and I'm thinking about taking it up there
Do it.
in Chicago, cracking it open, and getting it signed by George Perez.
Do it, man.
And having it double sigged. And even if it came back at 8, I don't know. I mean, like it's still in like white pages 9.0. Hopefully it'll come back, the same with his signature on there and double signed. But
has it been pressed or cleaned?
I don't think so. Like I don't like when I bought it, it was just the way it was. So I don't think it's been pressed or cleaned. But I would have it repressed and cleaned if I did do it.
Yeah, man.
So
I think you should do it, man, because that's a great double sig to have right there.
Yeah. Bake the Snake said I should do it. Poor Man's Comic says do it. Comics NYC says do it.
Do it.
Do it. So yeah, what other books you got to show us, man?
So, man, I got a few. I
see one in the back there. A lot of people
which one, man?
The 129 that we were just.
Oh, you see it back there?
Yeah. People love that book.
Yeah, man. My brother is a huge Punisher fan, man, and he's never been into comic books or anything like that. And I showed him the Netflix show, and he's hooked, man. And so I had to pick that up, and I think I may sell it to him eventually.
Oh, heck yeah, that'd be cool.
So he's excited, but he told me the other day, he's like, dude, I never thought I would ever be into reading comic books or buying comic books, but every day I'm on eBay now, like looking at stuff, and he sends me, hey, is this a good deal? Hey, is this a good deal? Like, no, bro, you don't want that one. You don't want that one. Let me show you a good deal. So it's cool, though, because that character sucked him into this world, man, and I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's like, he's got somebody to help him guide through that, so he don't make those rookie mistakes and be like, man, I spent too much on this book and I should have only spent this much.
Yep. Yeah, and he showed me a few that he was hunting and he was after, and I'm like, no, dude, let me show you. And so I saved him like $80-$90 on some books, so I'm happy to do it. It makes me happy. But my favorite comic book run is Infinity Gauntlet, man.
Oh,
that's what got me into comics as a kid, and it's just beautiful that we're getting to see on the big screen. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you a couple books that have to do with the Infinity Gauntlet, and this first one is one that I was after for a long time. I found the perfect copy that I could afford and that I wanted, and that's the first appearance of Thanos.
Oh, dang, 9-0. Woo.
Yeah, man. And I got this one like 2 years ago. But I love Thanos, man. He's my favorite villain. Thanos Quest, one of the best, most underrated stories ever. So I had to pick that Thanos up.
Heck yeah, that's cool. Quick shout out to my boy Thanatos. We got Comic Zombie in the chat, a Poor Man's Comic, Mr. Gretzky 9966. Yeah, so yeah, man, that book, I've looked at that book a couple times because like a lot of people when you say Thanatos, I mean you say see there I go again. When you say Thanos, people think Silver Surfer, and I'm like, no, or Adam Warlock, I'm like, no, Captain Marvel, dude. Captain Marvel and Thanos used to throw down, and it's like they have some knockdown, drag out fights and stuff, and it's like, and if you've ever read The Death of Captain Marvel, let me see, hold on.
Yep.
Let me see.
Yeah, man.
Look, I'm gonna. Now this is like right here. This is one of those.
I got one of those too, baby.
My Grail right here, one of my Grails, and I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna show you what I thought was the coolest thing in this whole book. For me, was like. Where is it at? like right here. Okay, this is well, two of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is the scrolls. The scrolls come to him in his deathbed and give him a medal and tell him that he's like one of the best heroes that he's ever seen. You know, like a scroll. They're mortal enemies. Kree and Skrull don't get along.
Right.
And like for them to come and to his deathbed and give him a medal and pay respects was cool. You know, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And then where is it at? Right here. That's where, you know, right here, like if you can see it, there's Captain Marvel and he's kissing Mistress Death.
Yeah, man.
Thanos right there.
Yeah, it's a tearjerker.
And it like, dude, like the heart, they show his heart beating and stuff, and then it just stops. And then like they walk off into the light. And like if you've never read this book, get it. This is like a serious like that's why, you know, people are like, oh, why do you like Captain Marvel so much? I'm like, dude, I read this book one time and I was like,
hooked you.
Yeah, hooked. I was hooked.
Done.
So that's like one of mine that's like real cool.
Who would you take? Captain America or Captain Marvel, man?
If I had to pick my all-time favorite,
yep.
Captain Marvel, hands down. You know, Captain Marvel, hands down. And then Captain America's always been my second. Like, so it's like
cool.
Captain.
It works, bro. It works, man. So I have a few Captain Marvel things, but I'm going the opposite way. I'm going with Adam Warlock and Silver Surfer, man.
Yeah.
So you can see my Silver Surfer behind me up there, FF48.
Oh yeah.
But I'll leave that on the wall. I love Adam Warlock, man. Just reading that series as a kid, he's one of my favorite ever. So I had to go pick up these three. This first one is Fantastic Four 67.
Man, you be getting them killer grades.
It's because I love these guys, man. So that's his first appearance in the Cocoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got Thor 165, and that's his first appearance as him outside the Cocoon. And I'm actually trying to sell this one so I can pick up a 9.0 white pages in this grade.
Yeah, upgrade.
And last but not least is Marvel Premiere #1. That's another Stan Lee sig. And that's first appearance of him as Adam Warlock.
Man, with the Stan signature on him. Whoa.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, that is right, Thanatos. He got them TJ Watson kind of grades.
So, yeah, I love that character so much, man. And I have so many more raw books. And I was watching Reggie Simmons' video today, and he's talking all about Warlock. And I was like, you know what? I got to go share this because he got me on fire today watching this thing.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what's cool is like everybody had like, you know, Thanatos, he loves Sinestro and the Green Lanterns. But if you ask him, Sinestro is really the one he likes the most.
Yep.
If you don't know that about Thanatos, then you better find out. And it's like me, Captain Marvel. You know, I love, and like people will be like, oh, you know, I don't like her, and I'm like, or I don't like that DC character. I'm like, no, Captain Marvel,
the man.
And so, but I will say there is one thing about Captain Marvel I never really liked, and that's the green and white, dude. I've never been a fan of that. The green and white, you know, that's, you know, but I had to get this because it was issue #1, and I'm working on getting the on my list. It's Marvel Superheroes #12 and 13. Probably got to get that. But
yeah, man. I don't have much of him, man. I mean, I do have Death of Captain Marvel, and it's just a few other raw books, man. But he's one character that I know the stuff that when he deals with Thanos, but I don't know much more than that, you know.
Oh yeah. It's like you gotta get into it. It's like, and Sasquatch 210 said that Infinity Gauntlet was his. You said it was your Grail. It's like I have to get George Perez to sign this then too.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should.
Should I give you this? Because I've been sitting around my house like, man, I got a lot of George Perez stuff. And then like them talking about him going away. It's like, and this I know has never been pressed. I just sent it in. My buddy from my shop gave it to me, and he was like, yo, here's the Infinity Gauntlet. I know, I was like, all right, cool. I got this. And so I sent it in the CGC, came back in 9.0. So I know for sure if I take this and get it cracked open and signed by George Perez and pressed, it'll probably come back higher than this 9.0.
That's cool, man.
So,
there's a guy that I follow on Instagram, and he was actually one of my early supporters too. He's got like 76,000 followers and stuff. Big guy, big channel. But one day, just out of the blue, he messages me. He's like, man, I love your Infinity Gauntlet stuff, man. So we just started talking back and forth, and we made a friendship over that. But he's got that book, and he's got a mission to get it signed by 11 people, everybody that had something to do with it.
wow.
And the sad thing is that he had 3 left, and one of them was Stan Lee.
Oh,
and, he didn't get it, man. And so he messaged me, and he was just distraught. He really was. So I felt so bad for him, man.
Yeah.
Killer.
Well, they said, I don't know, Big Will, I don't know. They just said George Perez, like, I know he had like a heart attack like a year or two ago. And I know he's like, I guess he's just like at that point where he's like, pretty much wanting just to enjoy the rest of his time or whatever, instead of, going to cons and traveling and stuff. But I know they said he had a heart attack like a few years ago. That was on Lords of the Long Box, because I watched their show and they were talking about it. And so I guess he's just going to retire from doing conventions and stuff and drawing. So C2E2, I don't know if that's going to be his last convention, but I know he's going to be there. So I'm going to go up there. And supposedly Neil Adams is supposed to be up there, but I don't know if he's going to be doing any signing or anything like that. But they say he might be there, Neil Adams too. So
is he sick right now? Like, is he not feeling good right now, or he's just trying to rest?
No, I think he's just trying to rest, because they didn't say anything about him being in bad health right now. They just said like he had a heart attack like a couple years ago, and he's just got littler, and so like they're figuring he just wants to chill out and just relax and enjoy his golden years.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Well, I want to swing it over to DC if that's cool with you.
Oh, go ahead.
A whole bunch of Marvel stuff. So, is Comic Geek McD, is he still in, or did he go to bed?
I don't know. I'm like, I
haven't seen him for a while.
I'm in the chat. Thanatos. Swing it, baby. Swing it.
Yeah, I bet you'd like that, man. So, my favorite 2 characters ever are Spider-Man and Batman.
Oh,
just what I grew up with, man. And so I was thinking of some Batman Grails that I could get. And I thought, you know what? That Batman Adventures was the bomb from when I was a kid. I mean, that's where my love for Batman came from. Yeah, I didn't read a Batman comic book until after I'd watched that show for many years,
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I've got to go get something that has to do with that cartoon. And so I picked this one up last year, or 2 years ago now. And yes, sir. And I love this book, looking at that art. And I just bought another one from Gills, and he guarantees it's a 9.8, so I'm sending it off to CGC soon, and that one's going to be a flip.
Man.
But
yeah,
man. Got my baby right here. And it just, every time I see it, I look at that, and I'm like, I love that show as part of who I am. I always will be,
Oh, yeah, because everybody watched that show. Like, that was like a, the Justice League show, all that stuff was like, popping back then.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
And it's like, you said you got another DC book you want to show?
Oh yeah, man. Well, I was gonna show some of my Jason Todd books because
go ahead.
Michael was in
McD, where is he?
Yep.
All right, he can watch it on the recap then. He can watch
it. I pulled these out specifically for him because I thought he's gonna be up late and I'm gonna want to show him these. But this is Batman 357. And I love me some Robins.
And isn't that like Killer Croc too? Like,
yeah, first appearance of Killer Croc and Jason Todd.
Yeah.
So I picked this one up about 3 years ago, man, and just I'm a Batman fan, so I'm just trying to get all the different Robin appearances and all that jazz, and that's one of those that I had to have,
Oh yeah. Shout out to DS Comics. What's up, bro?
Only high standards, bro. Every time Tony says is better, what is it? Better low grade than no grade?
Yeah. But you be having them grades up there. Him, TJ, and I was like, no. I just keep it where I can, I keep it where I won't get killed by the wife.
There you go, man. There you go, man. Nah, I just changed, man, and that's what I'm saying. Like all these mystery boxes, I've got all those books that I wanted to have, and now I'm kind of like, you know what? I want to have some modern Grails and then 9.8. I want to have some of the older Grails high grade, So I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff so I can do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So here's another one I was going to show to McD. First Jason Todd as Red Hood.
Oh, snap. 9.8 on that one, too.
Yeah, man. So if I go over all my modern books, I honestly, for me, it's 9.8 or nothing. So pulled that one out. And last but not least, this is one that I got this year off of Instagram. Killer deal, man. And I love me some Deathstroke.
Oh, yeah, 9.8. Look at that. Oof.
Yeah.
See, I got a low grade one of that, but I'm getting that signed. Double signed.
Yes. Yeah, man. That's why when I saw your New Teen Titans #1, I was like, okay, I'm going to get on the internet when we get off.
You got me. I will see it on Instagram. It'll be like 9.8.
Right?
Well, I'm gonna show one more little book here that a lot of, like, I don't know if you're a Wolverine fan, but it's more to me, it's more like a Cap thing. But it's just one of those cool Mike Zeck covers, and a lot of people have it for their collections. And I just happen to have this one double signed by a big. I'm a Mike Zeck fan. Because to me, in the 80s, Mike Zeck was Jim Lee. And if you don't know who Mike Zeck is, then you don't have the black suit Spider-Man stuff. You don't know nothing about
it. Oh, I love that guy. Met him a few times.
And it's like it's a song by John Beatty and Mike Zeck, and everybody knows this cover. It's iconic. And it's
oh, yeah, man.
Captain America Annual #8 and a 9.2. And they signed it like right on the shield and stuff. That's why I liked it. It was like they signed it right there, and then it's just.
Dude, I love how those guys stick together and everything that they do, but man, that cover is gorgeous. And
it's like I seen that and I was like, this is that, like, I love this cover. And it's like, and it sits over on my mantle all the time. And it's like I'm in the process of getting a Steranko signature, and so that's gonna be next to these Mike Zeck ones. So I'm trying to get that. But this is like one of my personal grails that I just have to have this.
You know what, man? That cover is stunning, man. I love it. Yeah, speaking of Mike Zeck, my brother he was looking at the Punisher 1.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He wants it, and he's like, "Hey, man, I found like this 9.0." I was like, "Bro, if you're gonna get that book, you're gonna get that book in a 9.8."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, okay, man, okay, I'll save up for it.
It's like that's a good book to get too.
Yeah,
that's the one where he's leaning back shooting, right? Though yes. That's the one I'm thinking about. Yep.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, man. And when he was looking at it, I was like, oh, maybe I need that book too then. That's my problem. I can't stay focused, man. I get the fever and I just want everything I see,
Oh, that's everybody, man. Like, I'll be like looking on Instagram and I'll see a post or something. I'll be like, hey, I've never seen that cover, and sometimes I'll look anywhere, just to be like, I'll look on other people's channels, like what book could I get, this week or whatever. I need something, I need a book, or I'll go to my buddy's shop, or I'll go to any like a local LCS and see something that I want to get. And it's like, because Grails are crazy, like especially nowadays with them putting out so many variant covers and stuff like that. And hold on, I want to show this one book that.
What's going on, peeps? Yeah, man, I can't ever stay focused. I see something and it's just like, okay, I want that. And then I see something else and I want that. Like when I watched you guys last week, Who Dat? I'm like, I need myself a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first issue, first printing. That thing was gorgeous, man. That 9.0 that you have. Yeah, TJ. I saw that that Thanatos post on Instagram, and I just pictured you swimming in all those books, and I was like, that's gonna be me in a few years. I loved it. Too many grails, so little money. I feel you, man. I feel you on that one.
All right. Didn't mean to leave y'all hanging.
It's all good, man.
But now Thanatos has the version of this, the virgin variant of this. I and Whale only have just the Adam Hughes copy of this. And
oh yeah,
this is like one of those ones to me that's like so beautiful and like, and you don't know nowadays. You don't know. Grails are so hard to predict. You don't know that this might be a Grail one day, like this just from the artwork itself, like the Detective 880. You don't know if it will be or not. Or
like that Spider-Gwen that like blew up and went crazy.
Yeah, that went crazy. And to me, like I love this Adam Hughes right here. I love this Adam Hughes cover. But for some reason, I don't have Supergirl 23. But this is as close as I need to get. And this it's a DNA cover, and this is from KRS Comics, and this is to me beautiful cover. And I don't know if this will be a whole, like a Grail one day or whatever, but just the cover alone is like, it's a homage. It's actually a homage to Supergirl. Yeah. So it's like I showed it on Instagram, and it's like I just had to show it live because it doesn't do it justice on the pictures, but it's just like the rock, the asteroid, her just sitting, and it's just beautiful, dude. And it's like it catches that Adam Hughes like homage just like perfectly.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. That's gorgeous, man. I love it.
And it's like, and it's hard to like, but that's my whole thing. It's like it's hard to predict what a Grail is going to be now, from because it's like we're in the midst of like comics just coming out with different variants, comics just coming out all the time, and it's like you just got it. Like you're taking a crapshoot basically when you buy a cover. Yeah. It's like It's like and I always mess with Thanatos because like how he did with Green Lantern #1, I did with Captain Marvel. I was man. I went all in. I Thanatos myself.
Too bad that read was just junk, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was bad. But like I said, like sometimes you're just paying for the cover, sometimes you're paying for the story, and sometimes you're paying for both.
You know what? Thanatos is saying, talking about that Sabrina, the Teenage Witch cover. Have you seen that?
It's going to be a Grail. Oh, the way
it is already. It's going crazy in price. Yeah, like it's already up $200-$300, man. I mean, it's where she's on a broomstick flying above the city.
Yeah,
man. That's a gorgeous book. I missed out on it too, Matt.
Well, see, that's like that's like that one, and then the X-23 one. It kind of went up and it went kind of wild or whatever. And then like you said, the Spider Ghost or whatever it is, Gwen Stacy. That one, and it's just like you don't know nowadays. It's like you just take a shot in the dark, and it's like sometimes you make it, sometimes you miss. Like the Batwang, everybody went crazy for that, and I just like I wasn't on board for that one, so I was like, okay, whatever, Batwang.
You know what, bro? I went into my LCS, and the guy had 10 copies, and he's like, "Hey, man, are you gonna get one of these?" And I was like, "Nah, it's not my thing. I read most of my books with my kids, so the mature thing isn't mine." And he's like, "But Batman." It showed his wang in there, man. I'm like, okay, I definitely don't want it then. And but he had 10 copies there, man. Then I went back the next day because he had some books come in late with UPS or whatever, and they were all gone.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but DS was telling me that DS and I have been talking, and I actually got a hold of him and said, "Hey, I need your help because I've never really submitted stuff to CGC, and I got a lot of stuff I want to submit and then flip it, And so he's been helping me with that, and man, I'm making some room for some more books because I'm hunting some big stuff. And so I got to get rid of a ton of things.
Oh yeah. So. You got anything going on before we shut this down? Like anything coming up? Anything you're doing?
Yeah, man. So I am going to be trying to do my first solo live show here pretty soon. I've got some I've got some cool books that I've got come in already that I can mark off some of the grails I'm hunting.
All right.
And, so I've got about 6 books that I want to show. So stay tuned for that. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'll do all the reminders and send out with the word and stuff. So it'll be my first live show, man. We'll see how that goes.
Well, you're getting some good practice on Western.
Heck yeah. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with one last book if that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Since Matt's in here, he inspires me to love everything Green Lantern. And I was able to pick this book up last year from a guy on Instagram that gave me a killer deal. And so this is one of my all-time favorite books that I own.
Bam.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just, woo. Off-White Pages 3.0. Love it, man. That's probably my second favorite book in my collection right now.
That is cool. Shout out to Comic Cores. Who that said he picked up another Grail? Oh, snap. You know, he might be my first double guest. So, me this week, I got just finished my show with you. I will be, I believe, on Economics and Comics channel Saturday. He's doing his first live stream back to the community. And I will also be on Bueller Sunday with his spotlight on the community. Be me, JD, and I don't know the other person. But I know it'll be me and JD on Bueller's show on Sunday.
Sweet, man.
So, Chino Comics and more. What's up, bro? Yeah, Baked Snake said that's a super nice book. Oh, Sasquatch said 3.0. Matt, what happened?
Hey, just so you know, that's my lowest grade, okay?
So, Matt, the boy who had 7, man, it has been a pleasure having you on the show. I hope you had a blast. I know I did. I hope everybody can see some cool books. And if you didn't get to see all the books, catch the recap. And we'll catch you next time on What's Your Grail. I'm going to try to get Matty Thanatos on here. I'm going to try to get somebody on here that wants to show me some more Grails. I've been trying to get Thanatos to get on the show with me for like the longest. And he always, I know he's busy. If you ever watch his Instagram, he's always doing some crazy stuff. So
yeah,
I understand what he does.
He's a great guy to have on, man. Everybody wants him on.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks, brother, for having me, man. I really appreciate the opportunity. I was telling people this week, I stink live, man. And so you're just helping me get that practice, and I really appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah, man. It's no problem. And shout out to Bubs Comics.
What's up, Bubs?
So we'll catch y'all later on the next episode of What's Your Grail, and I'll see y'all on the hunt.
Y'all have a good